Hello and welcome, it's Carnage. Today we're going to take a look at the G.I. Joe classified Desert Scorpions, as well as Scorpion, obviously modified. Now I have two different Scorpions here, kind of showcasing the two different looks that we have. There are a lot of accessories here. Some people have been already a bit disappointed that the loadout does include part of that Alley Viper loadout with the submachine gun, and I guess you'd call that a harpoon, maybe? But really, the main event here, of course, is a great figure and a great Scorpion with 27 points of articulation that I was able to count. Maybe it's different, maybe I'm wrong. This wouldn't be the first time. So he's got two really great looks, starting with his head sculpt. So you have the masked look, which I will probably use for the most part with these troop builders, but we also have an unmasked look. Now obviously with the beard, that's not something you're going to want to have a bunch of these faces that match each other, and what it is a face plate here that just pops it on and off of his face, and then we have the bearded face unmasked version over here. And then continuing with the head sculpt, we have a really cool antenna, and we also have a smaller hose. This isn't the larger hose that we see with barbecue. It's a smaller hose, and has a female end on one side and a male end on the other side. And it does port into the top of his backpack. We'll talk more about that backpack. And then moving down, some really great colors here. Under the overlay is a yellow and black shirt. And then we have two straps going over the shoulders here. And the red grenades are a great detail. And then it looks like some comm devices on his right shoulder, right there where his antenna is located. Probably noticed there a really cool cobra tattoo on his right shoulder. And then we have this weapon here that is new, a lot of new tooling. And moving on, probably a good time to go ahead and take a look at this backpack, which does have a port for the spear, and there we see looks like some explosive devices on the back there. It's got a handle that fits pretty well. Got a nice long peg, and I believe this is a camera. Is this a camera? It sure looks like a camera, but it could be some kind of weapon as well. A lot of folks will be happy that you can port the extra weapons on this guy. So moving on, we also see right here he has a pair of claws. These are new. We have not seen these yet, and these are in lieu of any kind of knives. Of course, the spear is also in lieu of any kind of knives. So no, when I'm tripping, forget I said that. Not at all in lieu of knives, because he's got two more knives, one on his hip there and another on his back, right under the backpack here. There you see that. Both knives. There you see both knives. So he's got plenty of sharp objects. There you see some more bullets on the overlay there. And of course there's the knife we were just talking about. Nothing really on the other side there. So, and then as you can see here, a really cool detail, come on both of these guys is the cloth detail, the soft goods detail on the head sculpt that of course a lot of people would have liked to have seen. Dusty, I don't know if this is something maybe that we're gonna see now. And of course we have a really great soft goods, I won't really call this a cape, it's more of a, I guess you'd want to call that like maybe a sash. I'm not quite sure. At any rate, it's really well done. A little bit tattered looking there on the bottom, as you can see, but nonetheless a great piece. Doesn't quite work with the backpack, and you kind of have to decide on one or the other. Maybe there's a good way to use it with the backpack. And the thing that I will say about this loadout and this gun in particular is it's really a good fit for him. It fits really well. It doesn't work on too many figures because of that magazine that's a little strangely positioned there. But it does work pretty well on these guys. So, you know, I think it's a good weapon for them. And of course, again, we have the harpoon there with a rope. I didn't put that on there. That came that way. So he's got claws, he's got 2 knives, he's got a spear. Like I said, he's got a lot of sharp objects, including this thing, this harpoon gun. So there's quite a bit going on. He does not have a pistol. That's what I meant to say. He doesn't have a pistol, doesn't really have a sidearm. Really, the thing that he's got to shoot any bullets with is that submachine gun there. All right, I really like the unmasked head sculpt. I think it's a great touch. It will give us at least one different troop, at least one cool unmasked troop. I like it. I like any kind of variety that we can get with these troop builders. All right, now speaking of troop builders, these guys obviously are genetically enhanced. They gotta be, and have kind of an unusual spelling that would probably imply some sort of a science project, but there's a lot of great articulation here, and it's in a lot of the places that you'd expect. We got 2 points of articulation on these arms, and then another point with the claws themselves, and then we're going to have basically two joints on each of the legs, and then we have, I don't even know how many joints, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 joints here with his tail. And he's got these green eyes that are really very eerie looking, and you know, even detail on the soft underbelly there. So these guys are gnarly. There's a lot going on. Carnage, and I just wanted to give you an idea of what these claws look like on him. They really fit quite well. No issues like we had with the Falcon Man Raptor. Really a good fit. They have a bar that he can grab a hold of, and they just really slide very nicely onto his hands. And here we have that second gun that, again, I think it's a really good fit for this guy. It makes a lot of sense, and he has quite a bit of his own Desert Scorpion loadout. With the pets here, I'm gonna give these guys about a 9.5 of 10. I really don't have much to complain about. I'm very impressed, and I've been enjoying photography with these guys. We have some great options. They're easy to pose. The plastic feels really good, really smooth. They stand up well. So I'm really happy with the Desert Scorpions. Let's take a look at some photos.